that was a really good cartoon. That was a great episode. And it was very diverse, which is something people are into nowadays.
I'm sorry.
Apparently.
Because having an aardvark
no one wants to see. No one wants to see that weird bestiality shit, Marcus.
Whoa. It was a PBS cartoon, so there was no sexual references.
You know, there's a whole, I think it was Cartoon Theory, like a YouTube channel, they did something on that, like about how much the characters in Arthur are fucking, or something like that.
What?
Come on, Benny, man. The kid is a L7 weenie.
That's good enough. Okay. Yeah, I don't like to talk until, because, you know, saying something and then it's not on recording and it's like, wow, that was really funny or really cool. And it's like, you'd be amazed the amount of quality dialogue that is exchanged in the first 10 seconds of running into someone. It's like, it's really all downhill from there sometimes. Like, you ever just start talking to someone and then, like, after, like, maybe the first 2 minutes, it's like, why?
I just figure that person has nothing to offer. That's why it's just that dead.
I need socks. I need socks.
Yeah, isn't the camera rolling?
Yeah, the camera's rolling. It's all good.
No.
This is all usable. That's the only important thing, is that the camera is in fact rolling.
Okay.
So, welcome to another episode of the L7 Weenie Podcast, and I'm here with
Marcus. Or Cakus. I don't know how he wants to refer to me.
It's what you want to refer to you. What do you call yourself? How are you branding yourself these days?
That's a very good question. I am who I am. That's all I can tell you.
My name is my name. Alright, so yeah, I'm here with my friend Marcus, and yeah. How's it going, man? How's it been going?
It's too early for this. That's how it's going.
It's only like 11, and I'm running late. It's not even 11 anymore.
Right.
It's like,
I showed up on time. Please
no, you
note the time. I was on time.
You didn't show up on time. You showed up early. That's the difference. Haven't you ever see everybody has Chris either on time or you're early or you're late? There's no.
I figured there would be a process before, the setup and whatnot, and then 11 o'clock we hit it on the dot kind of thing.
Look, I was thinking about it. I was like, if you was someone else, you probably would, like, because when I had my last guest, this artist, another local artist, I was ready like maybe an hour ahead before you got here. I had the waters all perfectly positioned on the chairs and shit. It didn't look nothing like that. It just, the lighting, I remember it being better, but it's like, everything was more so like, yeah.
I understand.
Like you called me to say I'm pulling up, I'm still in the shower.
Well, and right, I was like, what the hell is taking him so long to pick up the phone? Like, is that water I hear in the background?
No, that's running water. Yeah, I was like, if you didn't know him, you probably would be on time. And I was like, well, why are you treating your friends like shit? And I was like, cause fuck them.
Right, cause fuck them.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that though. It's like you, for people you don't know, it's like, alright. It's like, oh, it's just, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't mean to do that, but it's just, I guess it's like your expectations for me are lower than everyone else.
It's the first impressions thing. First impressions are everything. So if that was going to be your first impression of your podcast to that guy, you wanted to make it look like a serious podcast.
Yeah.
Then,
especially considering we're just like out of my house. It's like, hey, you want to just
pull up to my house
and do a podcast with me? Oh, who have you done a lot before? Nah, it's like one of the first ones. Yeah. But I had done I think we're up to number 11 at this point. Nice. I think this is episode 11 or 12. So it's cool. And I sort of I just started sort of rebranding, so to speak, niching down the YouTube channel, because I used to just have that one big Home for Infinite Losers channel, and now it's more so like, okay, well, here's a channel for the cartoons and comic dubs. Here's a channel for all the me stuff. I'm making a video tomorrow with Kevin. It's gonna be cartoonists versus infinite pancakes. I'm gonna go see how many pancakes I can eat at all you can eat at IHOP.
So you're starving yourself for the build up to the process?
No. I'm probably get some McDonald's after we done right here.
No.
Because at first I was gonna go earlier to get like some McDonald's breakfast, but I'm like, I'm about to eat like a shit ton of pancakes tomorrow, so maybe not do that. But
I mean, you could take the old Arthur route, where one of the characters expands his stomach and everything weeks before, but I guess you're a little late for that.
He expands his stomach. I never watched Arthur.
You never watched Arthur? What a sad childhood you must have.
I had really good quality animation.
If you didn't get Arthur, then you're missing like one of the best animations. But so, one of the characters from another school, one of these prestigious schools or whatever, he has been building up to this eating contest, and he is eating bigger and bigger meals gradually to expand his stomach so he will eat more. Mm-hmm. And he's supposed to be versing Buster, which is Arthur's best friend. And Buster's supposed to be able to eat a house kind of thing. And of course, Buster ends up showing up and not coming through for everybody. And everybody's disappointed in Buster because, you know, the other school had somebody better than him, and Buster was supposed to be the best of the best and everything.
That's the whole show.
Not the whole show.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say what an awful like children's program. Like, because this random, like, he doesn't even sound like a main character. You know, Buster's a main character. It's like, what's the moral here? Get on your shit before someone snuffs you.
I mean, yeah, basically. There's always somebody better. That's exactly what that is.
I mean, like, cause did you watch Hey Arnold?
A little bit.
A little bit. You watching Arthur, but not Hey Arnold. Alright.
I was poor growing up. We didn't have cable, so I had to catch it when I could.
We had 5 channels. PBS came through a bit clearer than Nickelodeon.
Well, that's why my generation has the greater set of sports athletes and everything, you know, so.
Hey, I was on the cusp of a lot of that good shit, alright? I was alive when Michael was still, you know, switching J's and all that.
Yeah,
other
when
stuff.
He was 40 playing for the Wizards.
I was there for Jeter and Tiger Woods.
And Tiger, yes, let's not forget about Tiger. I mean, Tiger did do his shit.
I was there for the Penny Hardaway commercials and all that stuff, you know.
The classic, you can't guard me.
So yeah. Anyways, Hey Arnold has a better eating contest episode where a black kid is the top eating kid, you know, in the maybe it's like, I don't know, it's probably just like the county, you know, it was set in New York City, mm-hmm. So I highly doubt they said, oh, he's the best in the whole city, you know, like that'd be a lot. But yeah, this kid named The Disposal. And then, like, Arnold had to, like, train. He trained leading up to it. It didn't do a whole expand stomach thing, but his grandma and grandpa had him eating, like, all this shit. And then he, like, just barely beat The Disposal. But, that was a really good cartoon. That was a great episode. And it was very diverse, which is something people are into nowadays.
I'm sorry.
Apparently.
Because having an aardvark
no one wants to see. No one wants to see that weird bestiality shit, Marcus.
Whoa! It was a PBS cartoon, so there was no sexual references.
You know, there's a whole. I think it was Cartoon Theory, like a YouTube channel. They did something on that, like about how much the characters in Arthur are fucking or something like that.
What?
Because they're like, there's a lot of bunny characters.
Mm-hmm.
Because rabbits have sex more and they have bigger litters. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they like, he broke it down, like their lifespans and stuff, and it's like, it was like, well, who's Arthur? You know, like, who is he gonna get with? Like, and it's like, cause who is Francine again? What is she?
She's a monkey, I think.
Right. So it's like, there's this whole thing. It got weird. YouTube it.
That sounds very weird. Like, he has whoever he is. He has way too much time.
Well, yeah, he's like He's like one of the top dudes on the platform.
What?
Matt Pat, I think his name is. He does film theory.
Mm.
You've probably seen one of the videos before.
I have probably seen one.
It's like like he's like top tier, like, you know, PewDiePie, or it's like, have you heard that name before? You haven't even heard it before. Oh wow, okay. But top tier YouTuber. So
what you're saying is you need to change your whole formula around.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about aardvarks fucking. No.
Well, just talk about sex more. That's what you need to do.
We are right now.
That's what it is.
The title on this clip is Bestiality in Children's Cartoons.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And it shows like a weird like screen grab of Arthur's face, like or something.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. With like a splash emoji.
That the emoji where I can't describe it. It's weird. The frown, not the frowny face, but like the.
Oh, that sort of drunk face?
Yeah. There you go. Put that right there in front of Arthur.
Yeah, my girlfriend likes that one. Not for that reason, just because she thinks it's funny. I was like, of course you don't like it for that reason. But,
Right. Secret messages.
But yeah, children's cartoon. What was your favorite children's cartoon growing up?
I have to go X-Men.
X-Men?
Mm-hmm.
Good show. And I mean, as far as for like being a children's cartoon, they were one of those shows that handled a lot of like real subject matter and shit. I mean, like Gargoyles, you go back and watch that, and it's like, man, it's some real shit. Like,
me and my sister are struggling because we're thinking about getting Disney Plus because Gargoyles on there. We want to see how it ends, but it's just like
they're talking about bringing that back, you know?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. You know,
of course it's not a good idea.
And if you don't have the original Goliath voice, nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. If it's not that real dude that even makes men go like, you know, like all right.
This is important.
Yeah, like he commands so much attention with that voice and respect. It's like if you don't get that original Goliath, I don't know about anyone else, but if you don't get the original Goliath, you don't need to make that cartoon.
I don't disagree.
But I don't know where they are with that. They kind of just canceled. They did a remake of DuckTales.
I saw that and it was terrible.
I never watched it, but other people, like, it had a strong reception. So I don't know why they canceled it. It might have just been the whole pandemic. They had to cut back on budgets and stuff like that.
And that was the first one to go.
Probably, but I mean,
I guess I'm being a little too harsh. It wasn't terrible. It was just the jokes were missing on it to me.
Did you ever watch Gravity Falls?
No.
I give you this homework. I find these great gems, and then you don't even.
Whoa. I have to discover stuff.
No.
Yes.
Who was that getting on me? Like, why didn't you tell me Parks? No, Community was so good.
I had to discover Community. You never said anything about Community.
But then I start telling you stuff, and you take your sweet time watching it.
I'm a busy man.
How long did it go before you watched Scissor 7?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and that was only because I checked in on you. Like, hey, did you watch this show yet? I want to talk to you about it.
That's actually a quick response for me.
And those shows are like fucking 11 minutes long, and you couldn't find the time.
Which Scissor was amazing. It was very
funny, great animation, and it's one of those things in Netflix you have to know it's there. Right, they don't promote it.
Shame on them.
So, yeah.
Although I'm kind of happy that they don't promote it, so
now it's just mine.
Right.
It's just mine.
I don't want the rest of the idiots to, get onto it.
I mean, I don't know. It's like, what was it? I had a show like that before. I don't know. I think Family Guy. So the original run of Family Guy, it was just like, a couple people watching it. That's why it got canceled. But like, so me and my sister were watching Family Guy. Everybody else was, I think Chappelle's Show was hitting around then, and like, just whatever else was mainstream. But I was like, yo, Family Guy. No one watches Family Guy. And then it got canceled, and it's just like, so no one cared about this. Like, that was a really good show then it was like, okay, whatever. Well, I know about Family Guy, you know, and you know the couple cool people know about Family Guy. Then they started doing those reruns on like TBS and Adult Swim. I go to camp that summer and everyone's making Family Guy jokes. I was like, man, y'all so. It didn't help that it was a predominantly white camp too. So, it was a white church camp for the most part. So
making Family Guy references.
Yeah, it's like.
Gas.
So it's like I already felt like it was just like, man, like I already felt like isolated somewhat, and then I was like, y'all don't know about Family. Y'all just figuring out about Family Guy. I was the first to watch Family Guy.
That's always.
That's stupid shit. But yeah, it's like it's a silly thing. I guess it's just you want to feel like you have something that no one else has, especially in a world of media where you're essentially the idea is that you're sharing it with the entire world. Mm-hmm. So I guess, yeah, everyone likes to have their show, you know, especially with music. People love doing that with music.
Oh man,
like pass me the aux cord, you know, that's a whole meme.
Right, because everybody got John Blaze shit. Y'all don't have John Blaze shit. Just gonna be honest.
I don't know who John Blaze is. Is that a person?
It's
a saying.
I think it's a saying, but
so you don't even know.
I got it from dang, Notorious B.I.G.'s Life After Death.
I appreciate you said Notorious B.I.G. Like, you took the time to say Notorious B.I.G.
Because
not just Biggie.
Everybody says Biggie, so I need people to be able to click, you know, link the two, you know. That way they don't think Biggie and Notorious B.I.G. are two different people. It's, you know, no, they're the same. They're
that's
same.
what happens. It's called branding. Cake is.
But on, what is it? It's not so much an intro or outro, but it's just a little skit that he does before, I think it's Kicking the Door. He has...
The Mad Rapper?
Yes, that's what it is, the Mad Rapper.
Yeah, I remember what you said.
The guys that's sitting there on the little talk show or whatever, talking about some, I got John Blaze shit.
I used to think that dude was so funny when I was younger. Now I'm older, it's just so sad. It's like, he just wants his respect. He's like, I make music too. No one cares. No one cares, man. Like, I got John Blaze shit. Yeah. But they not recognizing.
They just not recognizing.
Fuck on that. Who are you to be asking me questions? Who are you to be asking me questions? You're like, that dude was hurting.
But it was so funny though.
Yeah.
It was such quality though.
Yeah.
Because it's just it makes you ask the question, damn, do you really have John Blaze shit?
And just then the irony of how that song starts, because you're saying the Notorious B.I.G. The song literally starts with Biggie.
Bump, 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 bump. Oh, that's a fucking classic.
Oh, great song, man. Stomps half the stuff that's out right now. Half. There's a lot of good stuff out now.
I'm not gonna.
I know people, you know, the what they call the get off my lawn, old guy shit. But I mean, a lot of stuff is good now. It's just like, I think they're looking for, what happens when people compare art in general is you're looking for something else you like in something that's essentially different. You know, it's different and essentially, you know, by definition, you're not gonna find that in this because it's different. And it kind of like some dude commented on my comic this past week saying, "Wow, this looks like shit." And I was like, I laughed at it. I always laugh at anything negative. It's just like okay. I responded though. I'm like, I'm just gonna pretend that you left out the before the shit. You know, like wow, this looks like, you know, the shit. He responded though. He replied, you know, this means he got time. Because usually they don't reply. And he was like, nah, I said what I meant.
Double downing on this.
He said the lines are all like loose and sketchy. I do a sketchy style. Like, that's the idea.
Right, that's your art.
So, but he's like, why are the lines like this? I'm like, cause that's how I like. I didn't reply to that. I just laughed at it, and then like I sent like a GIF saying like, thank you, like for your criticism.
Nah, you need to get the.
Nah, I'm not going back and forth with stuff. That's his opinion though. That's his opinion.
I mean, it is his opinion.
You know?
But you should have got that Tyler the Creator, something to make old people mad. You old white people mad. Have you seen it?
I'm from Motor Squad.
I don't know where the hell it's from. I watch a lot of I'm into cars, so I watch car videos or whatever, and you know, people, the car community, they do different things with their cars that other car people in the car community don't really accept or whatever. But it's just, you know, like it's like art, same thing. And they'll show a car, and then after it, they'll be like, "What's the or they'll say like, "What's the purpose of this?" And then they'll pop in with, I think it's Tyler the Creator, and he says, you know, just some shit to make old white people mad. And it's just hilarious to me because it's like, yeah.
I mean, it's like, without being too racist, I understand what he means by that.
Right. I mean,
it's like, it's just people who are very traditionalists. It's like, it's just to fuck with their sensibilities because they're so stuck in this one way of something being.
Because it works.
Yeah, it's like, but it's like, but other things can work too. You know, just like
this works.
Just like how Michael Jordan dominated the league doing things his way. Shaq dominated the league doing things his way. Steph Curry dominated the league by doing things his way. There's different ways to reach the end of the, you know, to reach the goal, so to speak. You know, your as Kyrie Irving would say, your artistic expression. You know, so so it's just, yeah, there's different ways of doing it. I forget the original reason I got on this tangent.
I mean,
were we talking about cartoons?
Yeah, we were talking about cartoons.
You saying you don't like DuckTales or something?
That is a good memory, boy. I tell you what.
I see. We're just creating the past right now. We don't remember. It's just like, I think it was this. Yeah, that's what happened. It's all hearsay.
I mean, from my understanding, time is linear, and there's really no future or past. It's just the present, and
I only had PBS growing up. Face ass.
Look, I mean, you know, you have to be a worldly person to be able to talk to people.
Nah, real shit though. Timey-wimey, you know, wibbly-wobbly. That's Doctor Who. Did you have BBC growing up?
No, I didn't have BBC.
Well, I didn't either.
No.
That was Hulu. As you know, I got my adult life. But yeah, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Time is very much a matter of perspective. That's why we could talk here for like what seems like 2 hours, or rather it seems like 30 minutes, but it was actually an hour, you know?
Wouldn't that be more relativity?
That's perspective, relativity. Isn't that like all in the same branch?
Now you're getting too deep off into the pond.
Look, I don't know science. That could be the name of so many podcasts. Look, I don't know science.
But, what I do know, that should be your catchphrase.
Catchphrase. I don't have the same reason I don't have a tattoo. Mm-hmm. Like, I just can't commit to a catchphrase.
What?
There's too many good ideas out there for a catchphrase.
What?
I'd rather just say something and it be really dope that one time. Or 3 times.
Nah. You gotta get the catchphrase. That way everybody knows you and they're coming up to you, hey, I don't know science. Ah! And you have to...
So now I gotta be that guy.
Yeah, you gotta be that guy. You're gonna have to, at least for a year.
Did you watch the Lil Dicky show, Dave?
I did not.
So there's an episode where he kind of just like memes himself to get some more clout, and then he had to deal with people running up on him on the street saying like, "Hey, somebody suck me," and they were just like, "Man, I am already tired of this shit." Like so, but yeah, that's not me. That's not me. I'm a bit more of a purist. I'm an artist. I'm gonna eat a bunch of pancakes tomorrow with YouTube views.
You're like Prince. You never drop the same thing. You come up with a new.
I try to keep it fresh, man. Sometimes it can be difficult, especially when you're doing this stuff on the side. You know, because when you're not just in a space of creativity constantly, you know, it's harder to just, you know, like you talked about this when you're writing, just switching those gears, getting those gears rolling again, and then bring them to a complete stop, and then, okay, yeah, I want to do it again, but I got to get these gears rolling first, grease these gears, you know. I try to do as much, like what I call uploading, as much as possible before I try to download. So it's like you gotta feed that blender, you gotta feed that machine to get something out.
Right.
So yeah.
It's all about I find that the better quality stuff I take in, the better my writing is. Mm-hmm. If I'm watching something that's, I don't want to say of low intellect, but just,
it's not sophisticated.
Yeah, I don't want to say.
Not,
sophisticated makes me feel like I'm being an elitist.
Yeah. But I mean, there's clever stuff.
Right.
And there's just more etchy
on the
stuff.
nose.
Then there's slapstick.
There we go. More, yeah. Like if I'm doing more watching something that's more slapstick, I notice it in my writing, and I'm just like, ooh, that was terrible. Like that whole house thing I had going on that you read, and I didn't even notice that I mentioned house in the same paragraph like 4 times or whatever. Yeah. It was just like, oh, well, I know where that came from.
How's that going, by the way?
It is going. I came to a stop, and then I started again, and then I realized I have to figure out how to maneuver something. I kind of want to make somebody call a character on their shit, but I don't know how to do it in the writer has no clue what he's doing kind of way.
So, I mean, a lot of my writing, speaking from my experience, a lot of my writing is more so just, you know, in your idea of a real world, how would someone talk to somebody about that? It's just like something that used to guide me a lot was the Chappelle Show skit, where he was talking about, he's like, hey, Dave, you doing that show, man? Hey, that's real good. Hey, you know what, man? When you go up there, just remember, keep it real, you know? And that kind of guides me, though. It's like, keep it real. Don't do some fake, like, anime type shit, like, you know, where people respond like, huh? No one does that. That's an exaggeration. It's like, am I trying to do stuff like that? I'm like, no, I want to make something more relatable than that, you know? It's something you can actually feel immersed in and not be like, oh, no, this is an anime or a cartoon comic the whole time. It's like, and that's what I'm saying. Versus it's like, you know, this is a story. These are characters. They're people, you know, interacting with each other. So I just try to go off of as much of a realistic expression as possible from their perspective. Once you figure out what motivates that character, and then it should be easy. Like, let's just say, like, if I was writing what happened today. A guy comes over to do this podcast with this guy. He's not ready when he gets there and stuff. It's like, now, if I wanted to go, like, depending on the tone I want to set, let's say I want to do a comedy. It's like, I come out, it's like, so you call me, I'm like, I'll be out there in like 6 minutes. Completely an exaggeration, right? Right. I still have to do my hair care treatment. I had to shampoo.
Wait, you have a hair care treatment?
No. That's a very generous label of what actually is happening. It's a whole 2-in-1 experience. It's just real low tier.
Not the 2-in-1. I mean, don't worry, I did the 2-in-1 too.
It's very low tier, yeah. I was watching a Dr. Squatch commercial earlier, like that ad. Yeah, so...
Do you want to manicure your balls or whatever?
Yeah, I should get better soap. Anyways. So it's like I gotta start shampooing, but then you call again, and it's like, dude, where are you? It's like 11:55. I'm like, I'm out here sitting there in the street, and it's like, what's with all these cars? Like, why is, you know, you just like, because my neighbors have a bunch of cars parked out there. You're just the absurdity of it, and then it's like, I'm trying to get ready, but you keep calling me, stopping me from getting, you know, to the point where I can help you. So and then I finally get out there, and then you're just like, so this is how you living? You wear your shoes, your socks, you're wearing shorts. It's January. It's like, I just got out of the shower. It's like, why did you just get, you know, just like, why are you not prepared and stuff? It's like, because you did your best to be here on time. You're a character who's trying to get, you know, who's trying to be organized. I'm a character who's unorganized. And you emphasize these things by, you know, all these actions, and it's just like, but if you want to do something serious, I just finally get out there, and it's like I move the car, and it's like, why did you have me sitting here for so long? And, you know, like, just anyways, the idea is that someone would be bothered that they had to wait when we had an appointment, you know? And
if
if
you
they're
gotta go the Japanese route, you have to just
Japanese,
just completely exaggerate the whole thing. Just,
That-
what took you so long?
I don't know, is that Japanese? I feel like that's more America.
I mean,
But I'm like,
American
how would
Japanese
I
take on
look
it.
at anime? How it looks at anime is the guy comes running out still half naked, like naked,
right, with the towel,
with
the
the
soap
towel.
still on his head.
yeah, soap still on his head, running like his whole leg, like he does this flying motion going through the sky, and then
The other characters just
it's like, yeah, like he's
completely
naked.
shirt tucked in, buttoned down with the tie and some khakis kind of thing.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't want to write anymore. I was writing this in my head, and I was just like, this shit sucks. And I'm like,
Kill it.
yeah.
Kill it dead.
This is a
Ah!
horrible example. I don't want to stand behind this anymore.
Cut that out. Just cut that out.
Nah, all this has to stay in. You only get so much battery. You can't just be cutting shit. I still haven't gotten the adapter. I need to get the adapter.
What?
So, like, my car,
Mm-hmm.
that's not my car. Clearly, I'm driving a rental.
What? You're telling me you don't live in North Carolina?
That's weird, right? Like, why are the license plates from North Carolina? It's like, where did you get this car?
I just like to imagine that hitmen drive from state to state with rental cars, killing people, and then dumping the car off in some other state where their next job is, kind of thing.
I got dark. Why? Why do you think that?
I mean, it just makes the most sense to me in my world. Just hitmen just out here. Because, I mean, you don't know who the hitman is.
yet
If
you
it's
have-
actually good
And yet you have
hitman.
trouble writing. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
You put together the whole idea that a rental company is basically a shell game for hitmen.
Whoa, I didn't say shell game. The rental company is legit. It's just the hitmen use the rental company to get to their next job because it would be way cheaper than actually purchasing a car and driving it. And, you know, because then the cops are looking for that particular car or a series of car that you have versus, this random guy is just in a random car.
But then you have a paper trail with the rental company.
I mean, paper trail, yeah, but nobody's going to actually take the time to be like, wait, was a car rented?
You've seen
in
these
this
movies.
area?
It's like everyone's just kind of like, oh, that happens every few months or so. But then there's that one detective who just has so much to prove. It's like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna follow up on this.
I just figured that one detective is on his last leg kind of thing, and he's just throwing stuff at the wall just
Even
to make
worse,
it
he's
stick.
desperate as shit.
Right.
He's got child support payments coming.
Exactly. So something just has to stick, and that just one thing sticks.
And now your illustrious hitman career is undermined by some random fuck who's late on his damn, light bill.
I mean,
This is why you didn't make the hitman thing.
Yeah.
You aren't cut out for it.
I mean, that's another reason why I like 7, because they have the list of hitmen and everything.
Oh, the rank?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like, you're down here, so to be up here, you just have to be a lead and nobody's going to catch you kind of thing. So it's like, that works. So that also works for my story.
Yeah, it's...
If you're a squatty hitman, then, yeah, you leave the paper trail. If you're a good hitman, you probably hack into their system or pay somebody to hack into their system to erase your name.
Something.
Or make it like something simple
I
as
couldn't be a
John Smith.
hitman. I couldn't be a hitman. It's just... I'd be so damn superstitious. It's like... Because if you're a hitman, you probably know other hitmen.
Right.
And it's like, those fuckers are good. Especially if you are at the bottom of the list. It's like, there's so many other people better at killing than me.
Yeah.
And what if all of a sudden someone that I'm supposed to kill hired one of these better hitmen to kill me?
Well, I mean, if you're at the bottom of the list, I don't think they would be worried about you too much. I think once you get to the top of the list, that's when you have to worry about other hitmen trying to kill you.
But even then, it's like if you don't get to the top of the list, there's someone better at killing than you, and they could probably kill you. What if they do it just for sport? Like just so you, because they see you as a threat to their business.
A whole Hitman game, just kind of thing.
Yeah, like they just want to. Like Marcel didn't do anything wrong, but it's just he's getting really good, so I should probably kill him.
Yeah.
Before he's like
before he takes my spot.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like that would make for a good movie.
But yeah, but as for my life, no, that did not sound like a fun Wednesday. Like, cause yeah, I wouldn't sleep well. I wouldn't sleep well.
As a hitman?
No, I mean, I'd have guns all over the place, and then like a sword in one place,
and like some random fork or something, just in case kind of thing. That's just the all else fails.
Something
Don't disrespect the power of a fork.
Something inconspicuous.
Right, a fork.
Like a mug with like a really sharp bottom. So it's like,
how
oh,
would
he's
you
got
set
a
it on
mug.
the table?
He's like, oh, he's got a mug, but then you pick the mug up and you like chuck. Like, you ever see Chronicles of Riddick?
Yeah.
So remember when he killed that guy with his coffee cup?
Yeah.
So like, that's how you gotta do it. It's like, oh, he's not gonna do shit. What are you gonna do? Kill us with your cup? You know? And then it's like, oh fuck, there was knives. There was little knives on the bottom of his cup.
Who puts knives on the bottom of cup? Yeah, devil. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's like, that's why I'm now number one, bitch. You know? Like I was thinking out the box. So how's everything else? You know, like how's life?
Oh man,
2021 is treating you right so far?
No, it is not. I actually scraped somebody's car as I was pulling into a parking space, and it's really weird because a friend of mine wrecked his car maybe the day before, and then you happen to have an accident.
Oh, dude, that was in the first hour of 2020. Like, I don't even think that was 2021 yet. That was like the end credit scene for 2020. like I thought it was over. It was like 1 o'clock, 1:50 a.m. January 1st, 2021. Bam. Some asshole turned into the road.
How the year starts.
Yeah.
But it was like, that was just really weird. But I am thankful that my car is shitty, because the guy got out, he thought I had a new car, but that's because of those spectacular headlights I put in. My fucking self, yes, bitch. But he saw my car was shitty, and he was like, oh, it's no big deal. You got a shitty car. It's like, really? Are you sure?
You're too poor to pursue legal action.
Right, if I'd have been driving a better car, I would have got in trouble. Take note, kids. Stay with the shitty vehicle. Nobody's gonna want your money.
Kids don't watch this.
Good. There's been a couple.
I mean, technically no one's watching it right now, but I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, somebody's gonna watch it.
Someone's gonna watch it.
Right, you gotta manifest that. Somebody's gonna watch it.
I was joking with my sister. She went up to this like Airbnb off of a lake. She said it was called Lake Oconee or something like that. I was like, oh, that sounds very manifest destiny. In a very cozy kind of way. You know, it just made me think of that joke. It was funny.
So, what about you? What's new?
I forgot. I've just been, so what's it like, the 18th? It's Martin Luther King Day. What have I been doing these past 18 days? Like, it's been a minute since I talked to you, right? Like, since we've had, like, a real conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, not much. Just doing the same thing, sort of re-strategizing on the brand, you know, so I can get monetized this year, because, like, I started doing the Dragon Ball page on the side, because that'll probably grow faster than my other stuff, and I'm just like, well, it's something I can do that I like to do, you know, that aligns with my career goals and all that stuff. So it's something I can do to get me to the place I want to be. And I've already got like 12 subscribers. I've been doing it like what, a week?
Right, a week.
Like, remember when I sent you the channel and I was like, yeah, you were the only subscriber at that point.
What?
Now there's like 12. Well, it said 2 subscribers, but that was just my other 2 channels. I didn't want
They count.
I didn't want no one to have to go through that awkward feeling of feeling like they're the first one to sign up and shit. Like, no one else subscribed.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm
not being the first one.
So I always subscribe 2 of my other channels to it. So but yeah, my first video, like my video to hit 200 views, that happened a day or so ago, and it's been up like 3 days. It was like a spoiler breakdown of the new manga chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Dragon Ball fans are a lot more ravenous. You know,
always looking for content.
Yeah, so it's like, and like I said, I like making it, and I like to think I make stuff that I talk about stuff that other people aren't necessarily talking about. Like, they go very surface level, and I just take it a lot deeper. And, like, it's a cool, I don't know if you watched any of them.
I have.
Oh, but I was like, I've gone back and looked at a couple of them. I'm like, man, that was good. Like, I wrote that.
Well, I was about to say, because I think it's how you explain granola. I was just like, oh snap, I did not see that coming. Wow, where the hell did he see? What is he looking at that I didn't see?
I make that story seem a lot more interesting
than what it is, right?
You know? Like, cause it's like while I'm making this, some other dude's making a video. Like, I gotta show you this guy because he reminds me of you. Just your speech patterns are the same, way y'all talk and stuff. But like, he was just bashing the shit out of Dragon Ball. You know, cause point out all of its flaws, and it has many flaws, especially from a writing perspective. Like, it's not necessarily that I'm ignoring that stuff when I make the videos I make. I'm just talking about the story, and it's saying, well, here's what we have. You know, because a lot of people don't acknowledge what they actually have in front of them. They're just like, why did they do this? They should have done that. And like the video I made about Whis is like something that I was like, why the fuck isn't anyone talking about this? This dude looks suspicious as shit, and no one like, cause they'll show the panels where it's like some where he looks like he's up to some shit. No one talks about it, no one acknowledges it, but yet they'll criticize the writing of the story, and I'm like, well, it clearly has its problems, but they're doing something here,
right?
You know, and it's like there's a lot of winning traits of Dragon Ball Super, a lot of problems with it, but if I was to talk about the problems, which I probably will in this coming week, because I'm gonna do a review of the episode it's supposed to release, I think Wednesday. So it's like,
why Wednesday?
They always do it on the 20th.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, even acknowledging the flaws, it's like some of these things you have to realize, like just taking a more broader scope of why these flaws exist. And it's like, because I was commenting in the chat, because that's just good promotion on the channel. Gotta be on everyone else's Dragon Ball video. Like, this dude keeps popping up 7-star, 7-star, 7-star. Let me go look at his page or whatever, you know. Or at least it gains you some credibility in the community. But I was like, you know, I feel like we Slick did this to ourselves. Like, the fact that there's always some new transformation from Goku and shit. It's like, it's because we're Slick enabling them to keep making stuff like that. Because we just love Dragon Ball so much, we keep consuming it. You want more of it. You hate the way it tastes, but you keep eating it, you know?
All good things must come to an end.
And so they've probably, I mean, I'm not going to say they're just complete idiots over there, especially in, Japan, where, you know, booming businesses.
Right.
So it's like they probably have data to show that it's like, you know, every time we do a new form, sales spike. You know, it's like, so they say they don't like it. But these motherfuckers like it.
Right.
And, you know, it's like, they say they don't want to see the same ideas, but we just did a Broly movie, and it was, like, the top-selling anime movie. Ever. Like, I think it was either, it broke the records, some Demon Slayer just came out and broke the records. But, I mean, I remember it was a big deal how much people went and saw it, like, worldwide.
Right. Like,
especially, like, Central America and shit. So it's like, but Broly's an older character. Gogeta, nothing's new about that. And again, it's just more power, more power, more power. Nothing special.
More worlds blowing up.
Yeah, it's like we slipped it into ourselves, and I don't think a lot of people are owning up to that idea. That it's just like, damn, we created this monster. And
we never own up to our mistakes.
Right, so...
That takes another level of thinking.
It's easier to point the finger.
Right.
Yeah, so... But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff happening in the story, and this is what happens when I start talking. Because it's like, how did we get on this?
Well,
and it's like, I finished talking after a long time, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, see, I appreciate the fact that you're able to dive off into the story like that, because I haven't been watching Dragon Ball, and it's just one of those, oh shit, I might actually have to watch to see what the hell's going on, because the way this man's just described this shit, I need to know, like...
And if, like, what I'm doing here is, like, so, do you ever watch sports shows?
Every now and then.
So, the guy I'm sort of patterning my videos after is a guy named Colin Cowherd.
Mm-hmm.
Him and this guy named Doug Gottlieb.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about sports in the same way I talk about Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
From a more down-to-earth perspective sometimes. Like, they take it to a simpler concept.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have music playing behind them. Generally, it's just hear them talking.
Mm-hmm.
They'll let you sit sometimes in silence to feel something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll slow it down more.
Let you absorb it and everything.
Yeah, and I like the way they talk about stuff. And I was like, I want to do that with the Dragon Ball stuff. So, and I'm like, and I like the way it hits when I talk about that. So, but you know, most other guys that do Dragon Ball videos, Dragon Ball YouTubers, they either don't script their stuff at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're just talking, which is cool. You know, it's like, the bar is low for, you know, a Dragon Ball YouTuber. Like, you don't have to be all that flashy. So, but I mean, most of them are just talking out the dome, you know, just telling you how they feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them also sometimes have music playing behind them. So it's just like, I was like, yeah, I want to do something different, you know, and again, talk about things I think other people aren't talking about. So, yeah, I would say check out Colin Cowherd, and like he does a show on Fox Sports Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Doug Gottlieb. They don't talk about soccer, but I mean,
I'm already lost.
Who talks about soccer? Honestly,
intelligent people talk about soccer.
I want to hear a name, a well-respected sports commentator that talks about soccer.
See,
on ESPN.
Those people are foreign people and whatnot, and I don't actually know their names. I just could recognize
Soccer is
their
the most
face.
popular sport in the entire world, and yet they don't have one person talking about it at ESPN.
I mean, they have to bring people in. It's just... Honestly, everybody doesn't grasp soccer like that. Because soccer is literally bigger picture. Like... With basketball and everything, you know who your scorer is going to be. Football, you know who's going to score. You know your wide receiver is going to score. You know your running back's going to score. But...
Checking the battery.
But, you know, with basketball, you know your shooting guard is going to put up most of your points.
Mm-hmm.
With soccer, yeah, your forward can put up most of the goals. But you have games where all of a sudden the right back put up the winning goal. You have games where the goalkeeper has come in and scored the winning goal. And it's just like, it's bigger picture. It's just one of those, you don't know how it's going to come. And sometimes it never comes. Sometimes you have a game where they have attacked each other the whole fucking game and nobody's put anything in the back of the net. But just the build-up and the process of them trying to pick the lock, basically, is just like, holy, how the hell did he come up with that? Where did he get that from?
So it's basically like Quidditch.
I have no clue what the hell Quidditch is, but no, like it's just like soccer kind of reminds me of back when point guards were really elite in the NBA, and you would just like you had your Mike Bibbies and your Steve Nashes and your Penny Hardways or whatever, and they're just sitting there. Or when Jason Kidd comes down the court and, you know, all of a sudden he's looking here and nobody notices the man sitting on the wing, and all of a sudden, bam, kid hits him. He's wide open for the 3, bam, or whatever. Or you don't see Vince cutting to the basket, but kid does, and the next thing you know, you got an amazing oop here. You know, it's just, that's what soccer gives you. It's like, okay, we have 3 players over here, and you have 3 players guarding them over here. All of a sudden, somebody's running down the wing, and this player is, you're thinking he's looking here, and the next thing you know, ball's going out there to the wing, and the defenders are all like looking at each other like, who has that guy? And it's like, well, I was watching him. Well, I'm watching him. And then it turns into a big scramble where 3 players are all of a sudden trying to converge on that one guy out on the wing. And it's like, wait, 2 of y'all should have stayed over here in this region. But it's like, nope. So now that guy, all of a sudden, he has options over here, and it's just like, ting, 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 bam, in the back of the net. And then you get to see the goalkeeper just cussing at everybody and just like, what the hell are y'all doing?
I mean, let me think about it. Why don't I watch soccer? It's probably just because it's not promoted, honestly. Because when Super Mario Strikers dropped, like, I hate that this is my point of reference for soccer, but hey, some people play FIFA. You know,
right.
that's their soccer. That's what they know about soccer. But when Mario Strikers dropped, it looked interesting, and when I played it, it was fun as fuck. Like, we were playing Strikers, I think, for like a good minute. Like I would have played Strikers over Smash at that point. And it's like, so I like soccer. Why don't I watch it? And I'm thinking, it's like, it's probably just because it's not promoted, it's not covered. I don't know enough about the game to invest in it.
And see, and that's what I think. I think that here in America, they don't. You have a bunch of old people up top, and they're just like, football and basketball is guaranteed to bring us money, so baseball is going to bring us money. So this is what we're going to promote, this is what we're going to push forward. But you have a whole new set of generation that's into soccer, and it's just one of those, if you take the time to put the money into it, and let people know that, hey, you know, this is a thing here, come see this thing that we have, then it's just like, then you can eventually create revenue for it.
Is it? And you think you would do that?
I would love to do that.
Like, because I was thinking the other day, I was like, what's something Marcus could do? Like, I'm talking Dragon Ball, like, as a quick way to get some side income going. I'm like, what's something like that other people I know could do? And I was like, well, Marcus could talk about soccer. I was like, I don't know anyone that talks about soccer in English.
I mean, there's people out there, but unfortunately, I don't think I have the proper je ne sais quoi to communicate with other people.
But yet, you know words like je ne sais quoi.
I mean, everybody knows je ne sais quoi.
I know.
Like, I don't... Because, unfortunately, I feel like Americans are a little ignorant when it comes to soccer. And it's not their fault, it's just, you know, the way that they see it. That, unfortunately, they watch English Premier Soccer, and it's not saying that English Premier is stupid, but it's just different. Everybody has their own style of soccer. With La Liga, it's more of a possession base.
What is that? La Liga?
That would be the league in Spain. That's the professional.
Bigger?
Yeah, that's the biggest league in Spain.
Okay. In Spain or the world?
No, just in Spain. I mean, that is just one big argument. Which league is the biggest league in the world? You know, because everybody has their preference. Unlike the NBA, which is, you know, the mega center or whatever, where all the stars come to play. La Liga, you have stars that play there, but they only play like in Barcelona and Real Madrid. Those are the 2 top teams. Those are the biggest teams, far as internationally, that anybody wants to play for.
Okay.
But that doesn't, to me, that doesn't necessarily make your league just the biggest league, just because you got 2 teams here. Because, I mean, that just means everybody's watching those 2 teams. They don't care about the rest of the league. You know what I mean? But the Premier League's different from the Spanish league. The Spanish league is different from the German league. German league is different from the French league. The French league is different from the Argentina league. It's just everybody has their own style, and you have to watch a lot of soccer to be able to just have the knowledge and whatnot. And I unfortunately do not have that knowledge like that. Like, I understand the game and I understand everybody has different styles in play, but I watch it more to enjoy it than to have the deep look into it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Pep Guardiolas, which is a head coach for Man City right now, and you know, unfortunately, he's one of the only head coaches I can think of. Because me personally, I don't care about the head coaches. I care about the players on the field. The players are what makes it happen.
So you could be the guy who just talks about coaches, just like the whole time you just like do all these close-ups on the coaches. Like, look, see, that's when the other team scored. You see how he took that?
Well, I mean,
He's a man of Brazilians.
well, you do have some people who are more into the coaches, but to me, the coaches, they give the players a game plan, and it's up to the players to literally make that game plan happen.
So there's no kind of communication?
There's communication, but you've played sports.
Yeah.
When your coach is yelling at you out there while you're on the court, you might hear one word out of that whole sentence. You might hear him say, "Shoot, Marcel," or "Pass it." That's it. But outside of that, you're pretty much just operating.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he can call a timeout, bring you over, and be like, "Hey, I need you to do this, this, and this." Soccer, there's no timeouts. It's literally continuous motion and everything. And as one coach is making adjustments, another coach is making adjustments, and it's literally up to the players to figure out.
How long do the halves last for?
Like 45 minutes. And it's just one of those.
That's a half.
That's a half.
Yeah.
It's literally the players having to go out there and figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work. Because you have times where teams are just like, bam.
Quick sidebar. So my girl's friend, like her, nothing. You know what? Nothing. I was like, there's no way to talk about that without putting it too on blast. But
What? We don't need to. I mean, I'm pretty sure we need a moment to put somebody on blast to pick up from that whole long soccer spiel.
nah, we'll talk about it after the show. Because it was just like, I was just thinking about how great in shape you have to be to play soccer. It's like your cardio and conditioning in general. It's just like, why would you ever try to fight somebody who like plays soccer? But I mean, I'll go into that deeper later. Anyways,
I mean, everybody can't fight.
I mean, nah, but it's like, again, that's a contact sport, more or less, you know?
Yeah, but that's another interesting
Definitely
thing about
rugby.
soccer.
Not
Like,
fuck with someone playing rugby.
now see, I wouldn't fuck with nobody playing rugby. There's a whole nother level of.
I told you I saw that rugby match last year.
No, who'd you see?
I went to go see Life University, their rugby match. I don't forget who they played against, but me and Sharif. Well, I was like, cause I was saying my girl. I'm like, why are you saying that? I'm like, say her name. I'm
That's
like,
right. Say her name.
Yeah, say her.
Say her name. Let everybody know.
My girlfriend Sharif and I, Marcel, we went to a rugby match. It might have been around this time last year. Like, you know, just go on Facebook events and it's like, oh, rugby game. Yeah, I've never been to one, so I was like, hey, let's go. We were out there freezing our asses off. But still, like, cause yeah, they do it at night. Like, they really wait till the sun is completely down. And then they bring them out there in these tight shorts. And it's
Best
like, yeah,
game of
go around and just hit
chaos.
the
Right.
shitty out of each other. You know, I'm
And pitch the
like,
ball to each other.
like, God, that has to, like, sting like fuck. But, yeah, they just on there, like, you know, where I don't know what they call it, if it's grounding the ball or whatever, but they could put the ball and then they, like, do this sort of,
The
like,
scrum.
yeah, like,
And they're just shoulder to shoulder and pushing each other.
and then they do this human pyramid out of the fuck, like, out of nowhere. It's like, what the hell is happening?
It is the best game of organized chaos I have ever seen. It's chaotic. You're just you're laughing, you're crying, you're just like somebody gets clobbered.
Yeah, like some dude took a hit into the fucking fence. Like he was running, and the guy came up and like tackled him into the fence. I was like, fuck. Like, how do you just get up after that? It's
right.
like,
how do you decide, yes, I'm going to continue doing this?
Yeah, like, how do you get up and, like, not be mad? You just, like, that was a hell of a hit, bro.
Right, just,
like
good job.
Good hit, bro. Like, I'm fucking madman, you know? Like, but that's why, that's why a lot of those people there were foreign. A lot of those people there were foreign, because it's like, yeah, that's some European shit. Like, no Americans are coming up. Like, we're too soft for that shit, honestly.
I mean, you have some Americans that play rugby, but I think it's a lack of exposure kind of thing. Like,
yeah, because if they had, but I mean, think about if they had, especially the way kids get hurt playing basketball nowadays. Imagine kids playing rugby. Those dudes would be fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, so many lawsuits now, because, yeah,
nothing but ugly kids
America's
out there.
Rejects, yeah. So let them go play rugby for our entertainment.
You know, it'd be the ugly kids and the kids that are borderline serial killers kind of thing.
Yeah, they had nowhere else to go.
Right, this is their thing.
But, yeah, I don't think it would sell, because the way a lot of parents coddle their children nowadays, it's just... but there are just some of those, badass, tough families still out there. So, it just needs to start. It just needs to start.
You should create your little rugby league.
I am busy with other projects. I would, I'll tell you something I am thinking about doing this year. I'm going to host a Connect 4 tournament.
Connect 4 tournament?
Yeah. Probably wait till, the spring. When I don't hear, 4,000 people just died from COVID today, when I don't hear that as much anymore, then it's like, yeah, let's get a Connect 4 tournament. Marcel Comics Connect 4 tournament.
Are you going to get the vaccine?
No. I'm probably not in the, not like that first wave, no.
Not the first wave?
I was going to ask you about that, because I know you're around your mom and stuff. Is that something you feel compelled to do, or? I'm
on the fence about it. I do want to get it because, like you said, I'm around my mom and everything, and she's a pre-exposed condition or pre.
That sounds really close to what it is.
We're going to go with that. I know my sister said she was going to get it, and I'm kind of thinking if she gets it, then I might not get it, but I really don't I don't want to get it.
Right.
But it's just one of those, eventually...
It's pre-existing condition.
There we go, pre-existing condition. But it's that, what is it, the 70% herd immunity?
Right.
So it's like, well, eventually we're going to need somebody to step up to get this.
Yeah.
And everybody I'm talking to is like, nah, I'm not getting it. Nah, I think I'm at 10 people... I've talked to 10 people and they've all said they're not getting it. It's just like, that means I might have to step up and get it. Please no facial paralysis. I don't know if I can make that one.
So what's your girl doing?
I think she's not going to get it. Yeah, I think she's pretty much
Do you know anybody who said they were going to get it?
No. All my people that I talk to, they're
all of them black?
Not all of them, but I'll say a good 70% of them are.
Because I'm realizing as I get older, black people are paranoid on the medical, establishment. They just don't trust it.
Let the medical community instill your people with syphilis, and let's see how that turns out. And not let them know.
Yeah, I know. There's dudes from the '80s looking at me like. Just you weren't fucking there, bro.
Between us and the indigenous people, we're the ones that
Yeah, it's all that shit. Again, in the past, hearsay. That didn't happen. They're like,
what?
Well, who are you to say? Were you there?
What?
It's. I never been a person to spend too much time looking back at the past, because you're just gonna find a lot of bad shit like that. It's there's no getting around it. the atrocities, if that's the word, that have happened to just form this country. Let's not forget about what just happened yesterday in a few other countries. You know, like I don't know if it still is a thing, but I remember last year looking up that slavery was still a thing in Africa. Like, the fuck?
In Africa?
I think it was Libya or some shit like that. Wow. That slavery's still a thing that happened. It's somewhere in the world. Fuck where it is. It's somewhere in the world in 2021. Slavery is still a thing. And so it's like, I try not to, you know, as they say, bury your head in the sand. Mm-hmm. I try not to do that. I try to stay aware. But it's like, if you honestly start going too far beyond the reach of your bubble, mm-hmm. you start seeing some horrible shit. And then, but I mean, what it comes down to is like, okay, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And I've accepted that. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do as much as I can with my daily interactions and stuff. Be the change I want to see, you know?
Man in the mirror.
But I'm not about to take up any cause. Like, that's just not me. I have my own mm-hmm. struggles and causes. Like, my journey just doesn't align with that.
Right.
And it's like, it's just not me. I'm blessed and fortunate enough to be in a position to where I can say, well, I don't want to deal with that. You know, and that's lucky me. Other people aren't just lucky. Mm-hmm. And, like, I realize that. But at the same time, it's just like, well, I've been fortunate enough to be given this opportunity to be able to choose what I want to do with my life. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do my best to be a good person, help people when I can and stuff like that. But I'm not about to go on no crusade. It's just not me. Mm-hmm. And I just that's a sad reality that I have to deal with. And I think a lot of the world, especially the past of America, it's a sad reality, but that people have accepted mm-hmm. for the most part.
Well, see, I'm on the standpoint that you should look at history. That way we don't make the same mistake, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. You know, so I feel like with history, people have created building blocks for us to be where we're at. And I think there's a certain point that humanity needs to get to. Me personally, I would like us to be like a Star Trek kind of society in the future where, you know, nobody cares about race, sexuality, or whatever. You know, we're just out here exploring shit, living our best life, finding the best version of ourselves, and, you know, doing it. That's what I want for humanity. Mm-hmm. And to get to that point, I think we have to look at our past and make sure we're not making those same mistakes and whatnot, and not being reactionary to situations and actually looking ahead and planning for stuff instead of just saying, hey, this thing happened, so that this thing never happens again, we need to create a law or blah, blah, blah so that this never happens again. You know, I think that's where we fail as people.
So what would you say your responsibility is in the big picture, as they say? Like, I've accepted my responsibility to be the best person I can be between the people I interact with, and, you know, do what I can within my...
And it's pretty much the same thing. I just have to make sure I just not out here slapping people because they're stupid or whatever, or, you know... you know, shoving idiots out in front of cars, you know, kind of like thinning out the herd or whatever. I'm trying and help people so basically realize that they should be better versions.
You're contributing by shortening your leash. Like, I just won't go there.
Right.
I'm not going to kill anyone.
I'm not going to run for president. I'm not going to run for president and put a breeding law in place where stupid people cannot breed, kind of thing. Like,
I mean, honestly, do you think that's a good idea?
I do think that would be a good idea.
Is that what America should be striving to be?
I think
it basically China.
Well, yes, I think I think we should be all set into an intellectual class. And, you know, certain classes should be allowed to breed with each other where stupid people can't breed with each other.
I don't know
that way we can eliminate stupid people.
I don't know the specific work of fiction, but there is definitely a teen drama, post-apocalyptic work of fiction that's talking exactly about what you're talking about.
I mean...
And how it's a horrible idea. Whether it's Maze Runner,
I
the
need-
Divergent series,
I need
Hunger
proof that it's a
Games.
horrible idea.
Again, I made 3 damn.
No. That's not off of intellect. That's off of whatever random reason because their eyes are blue and our hair is red. No. I need something off of
They
basic
made class
intellect.
systems. They made class
For
systems.
rich and poor, we've never made a class
And
system.
strong.
Okay, and strong, but we've never made a class system based off of.
And I think so. Like I haven't watched all of Divergent really. I tried. It
It's-
didn't work. But I mean, like I think they had like the premise of the story was that they had groups for like artisans, groups for laborers, groups for warriors, groups for intelligent people. Like I think they had those kind of classes.
No. I'm literally like.
You go home and you watch Divergent. It's on Hulu. No, IMDb. Free TV.
Well, with Divergent, it was literally, hey, we're running a training simulation inside of a training simulation inside of a training
That's what
simulation.
that. Oh, so you did see it?
My girlfriend has played that for me. My girlfriend Rosalind, she played it for me.
Oh, drop the name. Say her name.
I had to follow
Say
your
it.
lead. I had to follow your lead.
Yeah, like, why did you,
Right,
why did you say
right.
my
I ain't
name?
saying it yet. Right, I don't want to catch those problems later on because I will probably catch them hands later.
Oh,
But
she's gonna watch the podcast. That's so nice.
right, so you got at least one, and I'm definitely gonna have my mother watch and sister. So that's at least 3 right there. There you go. See, you got 3 views already.
I like it.
But so from my understanding, because I saw the first movie, and one of my exes told me that
Oh, who's that?
apparently.
Say her name.
No, we're not saying her name. She don't get no clout. But so she told me it's like a system inside of a system inside of a system, which I think the writer basically kind of fell into that Harry Potter trap, where it's like, okay, this is a great book. We need you to come out with 5 more, and it's like, shit, I don't have anything else. That was supposed to be the one-hit wonder, and crap. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're hiding a shell inside of a shell inside of a shell, but it's really a block.
And the funny thing is, just from a creative standpoint, like I could super see that happening. It's like this thing, like, oh, I'll do this story. Holy shit, it's super successful. So you're gonna do another one, right? Okay, you know, like
Not just another one. We need you to do another one just like that.
you gotta do at least 2 for the movie deal. Movie deal? Yeah, there's gonna be a movie deal. So we got a trilogy. Fuck Hunger Games. We're gonna get ours, alright? It's like, yeah. So you're gonna write those 2 other books. Yeah, okay, by the end of the year. It's March. Yeah, so like, you hurry up.
Yeah.
We'll send you the
You're
advance.
running late.
Send you the advance, okay? But you've got to get me at least the first treatment by the end of the month so I can pitch it to the movie guys. We're going to get these $1 million. You want these millions of dollars, right?
I was about to say, and that's where it hits. The commas come in, and you're just like, oh snap.
Yeah, so you have to make something that you might not even necessarily agree with creatively. But I have too many voices in my head. I was like, that's not how you say it. Say it the right way, creatively. Then there was another guy like, well, why can't he say it like that? You know, I think you should be able to say the word creatively however you fucking want to.
It would make sense because it's a creative version of saying the word creatively.
This is all just bullshit, man. It's imagination, every single inch. You say the word, and you don't apologize for how you say it.
What movie was that? Disney did a movie on that.
I don't know. I haven't watched a Disney movie. Well, that's a lot. I just watched a lot of Marvel just last night.
Oh, right. That is Disney now. Crap.
It's everywhere.
If
it was like an animation.
Yeah, it's an animation. It's basically like they have little representations of you as your different emotions, angry, happy. Not so.
I have to watch that. Apparently it's good.
Right, apparently that is amazing.
Checking the battery. That's such a goofy ass face. I mean,
I didn't want to say anything about it, but it was kind of like a.
I was like, you watch Seinfeld?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when they did the reverse peephole? And like Kramer will like go to the people to see who's in. He's like, I was like, I super just did that.
You did.
We are like down to like the last.
So I'm gonna run till the battery dies.
I mean, no, because we have to like close it out.
No.
So,
You want to close it out now?
well, how good are your eyes? Like, can you see the white battery?
Not from
indicator?
here. What the hell? Where's
Yeah, it's like in the right corner.
I can't see that.
All right. Well.
Well, is it over the painting? Is that
Yeah.
over the
So,
Rick and
so
Morty?
you see, it's right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should.
So you
oh
just.
My goodness.
What's that?
It's my alarm to let me know that it's time to wake up.
Damn. What time is it?
Like 12. Look, I work different hours than you. Shift work.
Look,
third shift, okay?
Just pay attention to this general area on the camera.
Well,
and if you see a
you should have a darker
blinking red
poster
light,
back here.
blinking red light,
Blinking red light.
blinking red battery means
You
by
should,
all
you
focus
should put
on
up
get your shit
something
together.
dark up there. That way it would show up better. Because Rick and Morty is
I mean, the studio was still in development, you know? I gotta sort of get rid of this chest and, you know, take down this Christmas tree. So,
I mean, at least you don't have the lights on it.
honestly, because that's as far as I got. I never put the bulbs or anything on.
Okay, so you're slightly worse than my sister. My sister put, like, she literally dressed the midriff of the tree. I don't know what the hell that was about. Yeah, like, literally the midriff.
Just that
yeah,
part?
just that part. She didn't do the bottom. She didn't do the top. She just did the middle part, and I just don't know what that is.
She had to be high. It's like, she was just really close, and it was like, oh shit. Like, there's more tree.
Well,
Yeah.
and then she has a candy cane problem, so she just skipped to, oh yeah, it's a problem. Full blown.
She eats candy canes?
Just like a maniac.
Okay.
Like, you literally can dress your tree with candy canes, and within the hour, your tree's going to be completely bare of candy canes. Unless they're on the back, and she hasn't seen it yet.
Well, she missed the whole rest of the fucking tree.
I mean,
Maniac.
yeah, like, so it was just the whole problem. The whole issue.
Nice side.
The whole issue. Oh, man. Is that why you were tucking your legs up under yourself?
It's just comfortable.
How?
You can't sit like that?
No.
Oh, your knee's fucked up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There is mileage on these.
I mean, there's mileage on my legs too. Remember? Oh, you remember the Trail of Tears?
Oh, I forgot about the Trail of Tears.
Yeah. She doesn't like what I call it that.
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't like that you called it that.
Anyways, it's comfortable. I don't know. Yeah, it's comfortable. I mean, it is. I think people do it. I've never done yoga, but I think people do it in yoga.
Apparently, you're probably a yoga guru kind of thing.
Nah.
Yeah.
My mind isn't calm enough to be a guru.
That would be... They don't have to know that.
I'm like that wacky guy who created like a dojo, and then, you know, it's like, oh yeah, man, come on, we're gonna do yoga.
Right, they don't have to know. Only your inner circle will know how wacky of a person
It's
you
like,
are.
we don't put on calming music, we put on the Animaniacs, and then just like move around.
And you can be like, this represents the chaos of the universe. You are responsible for your own space.
Yeah, see? And yet you can't write dialogue for a hitman? Like, come on.
I can't. Totally.
You're thinking too hard, that's what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, just relax, let it come to you.
Just let it come to me?
Yeah.
See, if I relax too much, then it just turns into, let's just turn on the TV.
Well, maybe that's what you should be doing with your life.
What, just watching TV?
I mean, don't make it complicated. Sometimes, like, I always tell myself, like, me and my fucking dream. Like, you know, it's like, it didn't have to be this hard. I could have just been, like, some guy just...
Showing up to a 9 to 5.
And it's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty average and mediocre, but...
Playing basketball and
whatever.
gym.
Yeah, I sign up for some intramural league.
Mm-hmm.
We don't win, but, you know, you're just getting a run in.
Right. Drink a couple of beers after the game, have some wings.
You know, have your girlfriend, and then, like, you fuck around, you get her pregnant. Okay, I guess I'll marry you. You have your kids, and it's
Move
just
up
like...
in middle management.
Yeah, and then you're getting paid, like, you know, an extra $500 a year to do the same job plus 2 others, you know? Like, I could have been that guy.
You could have been that guy.
And there's so many of that guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with being that guy.
Mm-mm.
It's a nice cruise through life.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want to make comics. I want to make cartoons. I want people to see me, know that I can entertain people. So fucking stupid, but I really want to do it.
I say that making comic parts is stupid. You should just go to animation at this point.
I mean, I'm slick. Like, I was talking about it with myself the other day, and I was like, should I just phase out the comics? Because I'm just thinking about ways you can, monetize everything. Are you putting snooze, or are you just turning it off?
Fuck it. I keep reaching for it, but I touch the buttons, it snoozes, so just fuck it. Whatever.
But I was thinking about whether or not it still made sense in the current market to be posting comics, and or just going straight to cartoon, like animation and monetizing it on YouTube. And I was like,
animation.
It's like, because that's where the money's gonna come in, like from monetizing the video. The internet is steadily progressing towards video formatted everything. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's where the gold rush is. It's like, and how many different ways can you monetize just posting to, Facebook or Webtoon? It's like, you can make money off of Webtoon, which is like the comic book version of YouTube. Mm-hmm. But the margins are exceedingly lower. So you get 1 million views on a comic for the month. Mm-hmm. We'll give you $1,000.
1,000? Alright, so yeah, you're going to start animating. And
if you know what they give you if you get 2 million views on your comic? We'll give you $1,000.
For 2 million views?
It's the same. It tops out at 1 million views.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like there's potential to make money, but it's like nothing that's gonna be matter.
No.
So it's like, am I making comics because I just love making comics?
Yes.
Or am I making comics because I want to prove that I'm good at making comics to people who have yet to recognize that? Like there's this what I would call my rival right now. I have let's say 2 rivals right now on my list. Mm-hmm. The past artist I just talked to, he's definitely worthy, honorable mention. Mm-hmm. I just haven't, he's on Instagram more so, and I'm not on Instagram, I'm more so on Facebook. So the 2 other artists I compete with there are this guy named Tyler and this guy named Marcus. Mm-hmm. And
such a good name.
It's kind of like I don't know, it's like you were almost at Marcel, but then you just kind of quit, and it's like came up with just some random shit you could say without moving your mouth. Like Mark, fuck it. No. Anyways, not talking about you, Marcus. Talking about this guy. Anyways, but yeah, it's so Tyler actually just had a really successful Kickstarter campaign for his comic and everything. And his story seems cool, but it's just, my story's cool too, and I'm just as good or maybe better or whatever, just the ego talking. Mm-hmm. But it's because again, everyone's allowed to like what they like.
Right.
Maybe that's just, more marketable, whatever, all these little things. But still, I just want to be, just from a competitive standpoint, I want to be seen as good, as that story, as that material.
I'm going to say it for you. They're just sellouts. That's all it is. They just sold out. You're the pure artist here. You've already won. Fuck them.
Hey, but they getting paid.
Yeah, they sold out. They sold out.
I think he made over 25 G's from that Kickstarter.
I'm pretty sure somebody has their hand up his butt too. Just.
We don't know that. But
do we?
Yeah, we don't know that.
We can pretty much assume that.
But so it's just, I'm from a competitive standpoint, I want to still make comics. From a financial standpoint, a business standpoint, it's it makes more sense to just go straight to comic dubs or and I was talking to, so something I had said to myself, well, basically, because the aspect ratio of a video, how it's that kind of just wide rectangle sort of thing or whatever. It's well, here's what you could do. do all your frames in that damn video format. So you can make it for video, but if you want to, you can still post them like the sequential frames and like in a comic format, like, you know, so you can look at it like it was a comic. And I was like, but that's not right, because every frame doesn't work like that, you know? It's like some things need to be shown from this angle or, you know, this kind of perspective, and to make sense on a comic book, you know? And so I've been battling with myself over that idea, because it's just like, what makes more sense? Money. You know, what makes dollars make sense?
Well,
you know?
couldn't you do kind of like a 90s rendition? Excuse me.
See what happens? We know. Oh, hey, and the thing is blinking red. Hurry up, get back. We gotta wrap this up. Yeah. So, hurry up and wrap to your point. Hurry up.
You could do like the 90s Carmen Sandiego thing, where it's really a computer game kind of thing, and you just do it and you just do the comic like that, like zoom in on the comic, bam, and then you start your animation.
Big picture. There's a lot of things I can do. Tyler's really good at doing the way he does, but you know, Tyler. It is. Hey, I didn't say that. He don't really know you. I don't know why I'm kissing up to you so much. I just don't want no problems, you know. Anyways.
Beef is good.
But yeah, it's something I need to figure out, but I'm definitely moving a lot more towards video nowadays. But I want to say thank you to Marcus for coming and hanging out, talking with us for a bit. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, anything you want to say before you get off? Any shout outs? So any, like, check this out, you watch more soccer.
Yes, watch more soccer.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, no girlfriend shout out. Okay, hey, have a nice day. Talk to you later.